Hi guys, so it's currently 2:40 in the afternoon on, I think it's Wednesday, and yesterday I had a nerve-wracking experience driving. You can probably guess what happened. So, I got my permit for driving, obviously, and I think it was June that I got it. And I have never once almost crashed. Somebody almost hit me. It's never happened. My parents will obviously they have to sit in not the driver's seat, the passenger seat next to me because I don't have my license. So I have to have a licensed driver over 21 with me. So I don't really drive with anybody else. I don't know. I just drive with my parents. And every time I'm at a stop sign, they'll look and they'll say, okay, you can go. I will sit there for a few minutes longer and I will check again myself to make sure I can actually go. Every time since I've been driving with my permit, that lighting is really bad. This is a little bit better, not really, but anyway. Every time since I've been driving with my permit in town with 50,000 cars around me, not really 1,000, maybe 30 cars around me, I will look even after they tell me, you can go. I'll go. And then I'll go if I can. 1 out of 1,000 times I've done it. One time, I didn't look. I went on what my dad said and I started to turn. There's a car, or like a van, a black van, that pops up, and my dad goes, whoa, I'm in the middle of the road. Like, okay, so, we were on these two roads, so we were going this way. These two roads that are going like this are supposed to stop, and this road just keeps going. Like, they don't have a stop sign. And I was making a left-hand turn. My dad tells me, it's clear, you can go. The one time I didn't check, there's a car that pops up. It almost hits me. And my dad's just saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. And when somebody says, whoa, you don't keep going. Your immediate, brain reaction is to stop. So I stopped, middle of this dude's lane. And it's a 50, 60-year-old in this car. He was on the phone. You could tell he was on the phone because he's like, hello, blah, blah, blah. He's just sitting there, cussing me out, pulls in front of me, gets into the other lane and just sits there screaming at me. And I'm just like, dude, I can't hear you. Your window's up. All of them. I can't hear you. I just see his face is red and I'm like, okay. 1, I get that he's mad. 2, this dude's 50, 60 years old, sitting over there, and I believe he's cussing me out, and I'm only 17. For real? Whatever. So, he finally leaves, and then I keep going. I finish my turn because I'm sitting in the middle of the road, and I go, and we get to my brother's work. We pick him up, and we're on our way home. In order to get back home, you could either go on the back roads, which is how I almost crashed, is going on the back roads. And I got to that spot, and we didn't go back that way. Plus, we'd have to go back through town after you get off of them. It was just let's just go this way and go on the 4-lane. One on the 4-lane, I have drove on this road 10, 11 times, and I see something in the road, and it's a black backpack on this side and this other lane, and on the side of the road is little black shreds of something. I don't know what it was. And my dad says, look out for the stuff in the road. I thought he was talking about the black stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm missing it. It's not in my lane. I look farther ahead. There is a white 2-way boxes in the middle of the road. And I'm okay, I see them, and I put my blinker on. I don't guess my dad heard it. And I looked in my side mirror, and I couldn't get over, because I'm right here. There's another car right here, so I couldn't get over unless I sped up, hit the boxes, and then got over, and then more than likely got into a car crash with this car and brought the boxes with me. So my dad, he put his hands on the dashboard, and I was, okay, so that's telling me like I have to just go over the boxes, because you can't go really slow on a 4-lane or somebody's gonna like rear end you, because the speed limit's 55, and in order to stop and wait for that car to go by, I would have had to slow down to like 20, 25, and the speed limit's 55. So it would be like a hard, you know. So I go over the boxes, and they hit the bottom of the car. And remember, before we went to pick my brother, well, I didn't say this, before we went to pick my brother up from work, we had to go to town to get some drinks and food and stuff like that. So we had 2-liter Dr. Peppers sitting in the back on the floorboard. And once we get going, and like I go on a turn or something, the drinks would rub together, and they would make a squeaky noise. My brother, sitting in the back seat, I think you tore something up under the car. It doesn't sound right. Didn't say anything. I just looked at him and I was like, whatever. We get on the back roads, like where you don't have to go through town. It's just like a straight shot home, pretty much. And I keep listening to that squeaking noise. And like, that is not the car. That is the drinks. And I look at my dad and I'm like, is that the drinks? He goes, yes. I go, okay, I didn't tear anything up under the car. I didn't tear the car up. I didn't get into a crash. Nothing happened. So, I just want to point this out. This was partially my fault and partially my dad's fault. It was partially my fault because even after he said you can go, I still should have looked, and I should have seen that black van car thing, and I shouldn't have went. But it was partially his fault for telling me to go. So, yeah. Anywho, the boxes, that was completely my fault. I should have looked farther ahead in the road and seen them and kind of slowed down to maybe like 45, so I could have got over. But yeah, that's completely my fault. But almost crashing was partially mine and partially his. A bunch of people that almost get into a crash would be like, oh, it's completely this other person's fault. It wasn't my fault at all. If you almost crash in any way, even if somebody's telling you go and you go, it is technically partially your fault, because you didn't stop or you didn't slow down and look and yield. Don't just keep going assuming nobody's coming. You should still slow down, look. So yeah. Anywho, the other day I ran a red light on accident because it was either the sun blinding me and me not see a car and hit a car and hurt a bunch of people, or put my sun visor down and maybe miss a red light or something and go, which I know could still hurt people, but there wasn't that many people around, so I couldn't. There was maybe like 2 other cars around and they were both stopped. I seen the car stopped, and I went to make another left-hand turn, and my dad goes, that was a red light, and I go, whoops. I couldn't see the red light because of the sun visor, but I have learned, don't put the sun visor down. I'll just drive like this. I don't know what to do. So, yeah. I haven't almost hit any person, human being, pedestrian, and I haven't run off the road. I haven't hit a curb, which I'm very proud of myself for that. And a bunch of people, when they're learning to drive, they hit a curb, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I haven't hit a curb, and I watch when I go to drive next, I'm going to hit a curb. But yeah, that is my update. I can go December 7th to get my license, and everybody thinks I'm going to pass. but there's still quite a few things I don't know. I figured out when you're going to make a left-hand turn that the other people have the right of way, so I figured that out. I have learned how to drive on a 4-lane, which I'm super happy my dad finally let me, because the road that the driving place is on a 4-lane. But you go straight a little bit, and then it's like, my cousin said they make you turn to a neighborhood, and you just drive around in the neighborhood, and they'll test you on different things, and then you go back to the driver's place, and they'll tell you if you passed or failed, and they'll tell you what you missed. So, yeah. Anywho, so, I've asked my dad to make my appointment for December 7th. He kept saying he would. Like, yeah, I'm going to. But to be honest, I think he's going to wait so long that it's not going to be possible to get it on December 7th. Plus, he's wanting to wait and see what the weather is. Like, you have to make it ahead of time, or else we're not going to get it until February. Like, for real. So, plus I'm kind of wanting to get a job before I go test for my license, because when I go to get my license, I want to have a little bit of money in my bank account to get a car, because when I get my license, I want to be able to drive myself back and forth to work and not have to get my dad to get up at McDonald's. I had to get up at like 6:36 one time, and he didn't go to sleep until like 3 or 4, and he had to get up to sit in the passenger seat while I went to work, and then he would have to come back home. So I just want to be making progress with getting my license. You're probably thinking, couldn't you just take their car to work? No, because the only other vehicle we have 2 trucks. One of them don't work. I can't remember what's wrong with it. The other one works, but it is a stick shift, and nobody knows how to drive it except for my dad. So if he had to go to work or something because he's a construction worker, then my mom wouldn't have any form of transportation at all unless she decided to take the 4-wheeler or something, which she would have to jump off before she could go. So, I don't know. That is just my life. So yesterday I was really mad and frustrated and aggravated, and my dad at first, he was like mad at me. He's like, stop, why did you stop? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, you told me to go. Why'd you tell me to go? Everybody was just mad in the moment, but then my dad realized it was partially his fault, so he kind of calmed down and he was being nice and everything. But I don't know. My brother keeps saying, like, you almost crashed. The dude's 18, doesn't have a permit, doesn't have a license, and he's never ever drove in town. The farthest away he's went from home driving is like 5 minutes. But I've been driving, he's never drove in town. I've been driving in town since June, and each time we go to town, it's for like 2 hours. So he's been driving since he was 14, and I've been driving since I was 14. He's 18, not legal to drive. I'm 17, legal to drive. So dude really shouldn't be running his mouth, because he did know the situation. He wasn't in the car, but it's fine. I ain't gonna bring sibling drama on YouTube. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Question of the day is, what's your favorite song? Right now, my favorite song is One Man Band by Old Dominion. Really good song. I'm obsessed with it. Anywho, peace out. Talk to y'all later.